Look everybody, Christmas came early this year. Hi, I'm Delandis and welcome back to my channel. Can we talk about heels? Okay y'all, let's talk about one of my most favorite things in the world. A heel, a pump, a stiletto. Yes, I love these things. Oh, before I get started, none of my products are sponsored by anyone, okay? So, I wanted to answer some common questions that I would get about stilettos, and in particular, my stilettos. Starting with the first one. What kind of heels do you dance in? Okay, now, my current pair that I love to dance in because they are very comfortable, they're called Bordello. Yes, they're called Bordello. And the reason why I like these heels is because they make large sizes for men and they're really made for men. They're reinforced, they're wider at the very tip, so if you have wide feet, you can fit in them. I have very narrow feet, but they make them wide for people with wide feet. But yeah, I feel very comfortable in these shoes. So yeah, Bordello. Next question, do they hurt? Well, I think I answered this question in my first answer. They don't. They're very comfortable to me. Now listen, any shoe that you get that's too small for you will hurt. Now listen, when I'm dancing in these shoes for hours, they start to hurt a little, maybe at the ball of my feet or around my ankles, but no, they're pretty comfortable. I usually say they're just as comfortable as sneakers. Okay, now y'all are trying to get a little personal. What size are my shoes? Now, a lady never tells her size, but because I'm a man, I guess I'll have to. I wear a size 13 in women's. Now, my men's foot size is 10.5 or 11. So usually they're 2 steps above. If you wore a size, or if you wear a size 10, you would get a size 12. But yeah, that also too depends on the shoe. Again, in this particular shoe, because they're made for men, they come pretty wide, so it depends on the type of shoe. When I used to try to fit my foot into women's shoes, I would always have to get the peep toes because they made more room. I couldn't use a closed toe shoe. So yes, you have to get shoes that are comfortable for you, and usually men are 2 steps above. How did you learn to dance in them? Well, for me, I just put them on and it was just natural. But yeah, I think I was playing in closets my whole life, putting on high heel shoes and walking around in them. But no, they're so easy. I just put them on and got the feel for the shoe and just started moving. I mean, as a dancer, I can dance. And so it was very easy for me to transition over to dancing in a heel. What color heel do you prefer? Now guys, do you really have to ask that question? You don't have to ask that question. You know I love a red stiletto. But I will wear anything that fits my costume. I usually do red, black. Okay, I'm gonna show you guys something. I'm gonna let you guys in on a little secret, but you have to promise not to laugh, okay? All right, hold on, I'll be right back. Now, you guys promised that you would not laugh, okay? I'm going to show you guys some of the first heels that I ever wore. Now, I've come a long way. So, I'm just gonna show you guys. You ready? I'm not gonna tell you the brand, but they're like granny heels or so, and no offense to grannies because y'all can work them too, but yeah, look at these things. They weren't too sexy, but they were in my size, and they're peep toe, so I was probably just a little beyond the front of these heels. But yeah, I got my wear out of them. But the thing is that they were very tough to dance in because they didn't have much support. But yeah, these were some of my first heels, and as you can see, they're not high enough. Look. No, we don't do that these days. We want a stiletto. So those were some of my first heels that I ever wore. I mean, they were cute for the time, right? Come on. Okay, whatever. All right, let's go to the next question. How high are your heels? Well, I kind of compared my old heels to my newer ones, or the ones that I wear now. These are 6 inches, or maybe five something, almost 6 inches. So yeah, I like them pretty high. The cool thing about these is it has a platform on the front, so it kind of helps support you a little bit with the heels, but they are high and very comfortable. So yeah, I usually like at least a 6-inch heel. I haven't tried anything really higher than a 6-inch because let's be honest, when you're dancing, I'm not trying to break my ankle. So yes, I try to stay around at least 5 something to 6-inch heel. Yeah, so they're high. I know people always say, or they always ask, how do you dance in those things? They're so high, but no, they're good. Yeah, it's sexier that way. Get a high heel. How do you walk in those things? Well, one foot in front of the other, just like you walk. In my heel to stiletto tutorial, I teach you guys how to walk in a heel, so listen, go check that video out. Yeah, so one foot in front of the other. When you walk, you naturally sit into your hip. So yeah, they're easy to walk in. They're not very hard to walk in. Again, like I said, if you have the right heel, if you have the right size, they're pretty easy to walk in. They're really not that tough to walk in. Where do you find your heels? Maybe I mentioned that earlier, but I typically go to Hollywood Boulevard. I know that's like, if you don't live in California, that's kind of like, huh? But you can order some online as well. The brand that I normally use are, again, Bordello or Pleasers. But yeah, I go to this store on, I can't remember the name of the store, but I go to this store, actually 2 stores I like to visit on Hollywood Boulevard. And they carry these big sizes. You'll find that there are so many exotic stores there where you can find heels, lingerie, all types of stuff like that. So yeah, I normally go down and I get them from a store, 2 stores I like to go to. And these are actually my second pair of red shoes. I danced in the other so much I had to buy new ones to perform in because they were just like destroyed. And now these are becoming like scuffed up. So you have to take care of these shoes as much as you can because they're not cheap. What were your first pair of heels like? Ugly? No, actually, I think I had a pair of Kenneth Cole heels. They were women's heels. I think I got them from, I don't know, DSW or something. But those shoes were stolen. No, actually they were Calvin Klein's. No, Calvin Klein's. And they were stolen. I took them to the studio and I forgot them there. And when I came back, they were gone. So someone stole my heels. Who has my Calvin Klein's? They were cute. They were black and peep toe, of course. They were my first heels, so I made sure that I got something that I could actually wear. And I think they were a size 12, too small, but they were cute. So after the mini bunions and my heels being stolen, I had to actually go to something that I could wear. But yeah, my first heels were Calvin Klein's. Yeah, and I do think I had some before that, but I vaguely remember those heels, and they were not high. They were like 4 inches, and I'm so embarrassed to say because I don't do 4-inch heels, okay? 6-inch heels, Beyonce said it best. So you guys always ask, do you think that you could learn to dance in a heel? And the answer is absolutely yes, of course. If you come to me, no, but yes, of course you can dance in a heel. Of course you can learn to dance in a heel, just like any other skill. It may take time to get comfortable with them. If you are not a dancer, then you have to learn to dance, right? But yeah, of course you can learn to dance in them. It just takes practice, just like anything else. So for those of you who know me, you know the answer to this. I get this a lot from people who have not taken my class or who aspire to take my class or my workshops and they have not danced in the heel before. They always ask, can I come in flats? And the answer is no. Well, listen, I want you to come and get the whole experience. So listen, unless you have an injury that prevents you from wearing heels, I want you in at least, I'll say a 3-inch or 4-inch heel if you're that uncomfortable with them. So yes, I want you to come to get the full effect, because if you don't, then you're not going to, because when you put on heels, it changes the line of the body. So if you don't come in a heel, then you're not going to really get everything that I want to offer you guys. So yeah, you have to come in heels unless you have injuries. And my last question, which is a good one, so I saved it for last. Have I ever fallen in my heels? And the answer to that is yes and no. Okay, I've never fallen in my heels in a performance. Knock on wood, no. But I have fallen in my heels in class. It happens. One time I broke a heel. I was jumping onto the heel. I was doing something and my heel just said, poof, it collapsed. Because remember, I was wearing heels that weren't supported for my body. So yeah, it broke. And I almost fell, but yeah, I've fallen before. Yeah, it happens. Anytime you dance, it happens, right? So yes, I've fallen before, but I've been so blessed not to hurt anything. So yes, I have fallen in my heels before, and it was quite entertaining. This brings me to the very end of this video. I love answering your questions. I love answering questions about heels and because it's what I love to do. So yeah, if you are not subscribed to this channel, please consider subscribing to my channel and clicking that bell notification so that you get any videos that I may upload. Also, visit me at Delandis on Instagram and at Delandisworld on Twitter. I love talking to you guys. Thank you so much, and I will see you next time. Bye.